It's the 28th of August 2016, and I woke up early. How early? Well, also I woke up to the internet still being down. There's a possibility I may be able to go down there and restart the modem and everything, but, because all that cuddling with Pebbles last night had made me tired early. I went to bed early, so I naturally woke up early. If needs be, there is one very minuscule sweet spot down at my parents' house I might be able to use my wireless card at. Just to tell my contacts that I'm okay, and it's probably going to be a bit before they hear from me. Because if it is off at the source, obviously, we'd have to wait for the internet company to wake up, for instance. But until then, I have various stuff I can do around the place. I've got podcasts I still need to catch up on, and, things like that. Although it's situations like this where I'm glad that I've started auto-scheduling my podcast to publish, because I have no internet, so I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So it means my audience still gets all of the stuff I promised them, but I don't have to click a button for it to happen. And that's just awesome, so, Although I might edit the deadly Hearthstone footage. Just depends. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try sneaking down there and seeing if a restart works. It is kind of gorgeous out here. The sun just getting ready to come up on the horizon. My only worry about my stealth mission down here without waking anyone up is that I'm kind of mucusy this morning. I avoid doing it on snaps because I don't want to gross you guys out, right? But I've been kind of coughing this morning, so we'll see if I betray myself and wake someone up or manage to get by. Well, that was minorly disconcerting. I went to hit the restart button, and it didn't respond. Normally, whenever you try to restart the router, you hit the button, and then all the lights come on, and then it slowly tries to turn the lights on one by one. And I mean modem, not router. I keep on saying router for some stupid reason. Maybe it's because it's still like 6-something in the morning. Point is, though, I tried to restart the modem, and it didn't react at all. Worried about this one. I'm worried that maybe that lightning strike that I heard last night might have done more damage than we thought. If anything, though. Whenever they wake up, they'll probably go up to my grandmother's and call them because, of course, no internet, no phone. And, of course, my edit software is not reacting properly to the footage. That may just be a bunk for this time. Although Donovan does have it recorded on his end, too, so I might have him send me the files when I have the internet and be able to do it that way. This is getting way more frustrating than it needs to be, though. But that's content creation. You get stuff like this. It's work, right? So that's the thing most people don't realize whenever they just listen to the stuff and everything, is that you kind of have to work at this. That's why some people crash and burn when they do this. They don't realize that it's not just sitting there and talking. You've also got all the technical side, the editing, the doing all that stuff. That's why all my other people on the network kind of like the fact that I'm the one that has to deal with the turning of the knobs. And honestly, I don't mind the editing thing. I hate it whenever stuff like this happens to where I can't even actually make it happen. So yeah, next week I might have to get up with Donovan. Thankfully, we've still got a Hearthstone video for this week. But yeah, we'll see, depending on if the internet comes back or not. Like I said, I'm kind of worried about that modem down there, though, the way it behaved. So I've come up with a little interesting idea. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to go to town like I usually do. I'm going to go in the Crystal's parking lot. I'm going to download my podcast for tomorrow. But I'm also going to do something else. It's an idea that I've wanted to do for a while, and quite frankly, it'll keep me from growing stir-crazy. I'm going to go on a photo walk. Just walk through town, find the stuff that I can take pictures of, and just have a good time. Plus, I really haven't done that much urban photography, honestly. I usually do nature landscapes and stuff like that, and I might pull off, do some stuff like that too, but main thing is that I'm just going to take my camera, explore, and see what pictures I can take. It'll be a good creative exercise for me, I think. And I checked my battery, and the backup battery is almost dead. It's got like 2%. Batteries just naturally drain themselves. And once that runs out, then the other battery that's internal in it is at 88%. So I should have enough juice. And also, while I have a net connection, I'm probably going to go ahead and delete all the snaps from yesterday, just so I'll have a clean video to download. Well, I have arrived at my destination, the public library. I'm going to use this as my parking spot. It's a nice central area. I'm going to let maps and stuff like that guide me. And I'm not going to walk down back alleys or stuff like that, but let's see what pictures my town can give me. I'm probably going to walk up to the college campus and stuff like that too. This will be some good exercise for me as well, the amount of walking I'll be doing. So yeah, should be good. I'm not going to lie, my town is a smidge creepy on Sunday. It's almost abandoned. It's almost like a ghost town. I mean, little bits of it, like whenever I was walking through the college campus, because that was one of my places I walked through, you could see students and stuff like that, but my paranoia about looking suspicious, by the way, got eased when the security guard on his rounds passed me about 3 times and didn't even bother to slow down. He probably made the assumption that I was a student doing a project or something, so people aren't as hostile to things as one would think. Williamsburg has some secret spots too, like where I am right now. It's actually a pathway under the 2 bridges that come into town. Some people don't come down here. It's almost like a weird little nature reserve is the best way I can describe it. I mean, look at this. This is in town. And then the path comes out up here. This is the Mary Jeffries Center. This is a place that anyone in the community can actually rent. If I know the history correctly, which don't quote me on this, but Mary Jeffries was a woman that kind of had a heart for the community, as it were. And like I said, if I'm remembering it correctly, it was something along the lines of, after she passed away, she donated her house to become a community center, that sort of thing. So it's a small venue that people can rent for various events. I've been here multiple times for everything from birthday parties to bachelor parties to all sorts of stuff. It's just a convenient spot for those of us that don't really have a huge area to have a party or something like that. I realized something minorly horrific. The Senior Citizen Center is right next door to the Undertaker training facilities. Completely unintentional, I'm sure. Or at least I hope. I hope I'm right. I'm drinking this thing down like a weirdly healthy frat boy. I didn't realize earlier, but here. Let's see if it's still wet enough. I sweat through my hat. Look at that. I don't think I've ever done that before. It was a good day, though. I think I might have got some sun. I probably should have worn some sunscreen, but otherwise, no regrets. Oh, and I got one more theory about the modem. It's got this internal battery. I'm wondering if it isn't confused, so we've unplugged it and just waiting for the battery to run down. The worst that can happen is that it doesn't work, and, oh, that's right, it was just sitting there doing anything anyway. So, yeah, no loss, really. Now I'm going to peel, and I do mean peel this shirt off of me and take a shower, because I need it.
Including its citizenry is $36,890,000, leaving you a balance of...
Okay, so it's time for me to go to bed after marathoning a couple of episodes of The Twilight Zone. We're still in the hour-long episodes phase. Luckily, we've got 3 more of those to go. I think we all agree that, actually, when it comes to The Twilight Zone, we prefer it in 30-minute stories instead of hours. That was just an experimental phase. Some of those stories, oh yeah, it totally panned out for them to have an hour. Other ones, that could have been done in 30 minutes. And if I finagled this properly, then I should be able to get this story still working, even though it's not deleting snaps on my end. If I got it working properly, I should be able to save it to stories, or memories. I really do need to sleep, don't I? Anyway, I should be able to save it to memories, and then delete the snaps from yesterday's story and do it that way. A bit hackery, but should work.